Objection!
Alright, boys and girls. That's my knockoff version of being an Ace Attorney. Let's get into some Ace Attorney. I'm excited. Boop. Okay, this opens in windowed mode, which is weird. Hey, what's up, Cloud? Yeah, a lot of people haven't even seen that yet, which is hilarious to me. Ooh, there we go. See, I wanted to use their music and stuff, but I'm so afraid of the YMCA, I wouldn't use a single asset. I made my own objection, I got my own music, I got everything I made myself, so it doesn't match the official shit, but I did that purposefully. But now we get to see the official shit, and I'm excited. Can I count this as a first playthrough if I played it back when I was like a million years ago on DS? I think it has first playthrough on. Who cares? We'll just leave it all up as it is. It's kind of a first playthrough. Alright, boys and girls, are you ready for some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney? Be sure to let me know what where you're landing on the sounds, the volumes, all that stuff. Music too loud. Boom. Let's get that settled. I thought I changed this earlier. Maybe it doesn't save. Oh yeah, I put the background music to 1. I want music, so I'll bring it down. There we go. That should be comfortable, right? Sounding? Yeah. Do let me know. Always, please let me know, because I don't monitor. I can't, the way my setup is set up currently, I can't monitor, so I don't know. I hear this, and I don't hear me. I don't hear me at all. Right, in mine. So, sometimes in relation, it's hard for me to tell, and unless I really look at the audio levels, it's hard for me to... Sometimes if I glance at the levels, I can see something obvious, but sometimes I miss things. I'm actually going to turn that down a little bit more. And that's why I added these new buttons. I can just, like... I can turn my buttons and fix things up. With my Behringer. It's nice. Yeah, that's a much more comfortable level, I think. Thank you, Clary. Oh, I'm your captain. You can be my captain. We can be captain. Yeah. We can trade captains. We can be, like, captain switches. You know what I mean? Is that a thing? I think that can be a thing now. Alright. Cloud, how are you doing? Sweensters, let's do this, boys and girls. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Wait, we're at 15 people. Hang on, let me alt-tab for a second. We're at 15. Are we the #1 Ace Attorney streamer right now? Let me go look. I gotta look again. We run a tight ship. Is there any other kind? Hang on. Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. #1! We're the #1 Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney stream, and we haven't even started. Wonderful. Wonderful. Love it. Love it. We did it together, boys and girls. The 15 of us together. We made it to the top. #1 Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney stream in the land of Twitch. Right now. Here in the flood zone. Let's get started. I was looking inside if this is a good camera placement or not. Here we go. I'm so proud of you. You guys made this happen. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank you for sure. I'd like to thank my parents. Most of all, I want to thank God. I'm an atheist, but it just seems like the right thing to do. Anyway, let's play this game. Episode 1. The first turnabout. Wait, I can just... Hang on. Backspace. Controls are a bit wacky. So wait. Oh! Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, and Trials and Tribulations. Ace Attorney. We start with #1 and we go through it. We'll go through them all eventually, I think. The first turnabout. Let's do this. Gasp. Gasp. This is already very grisly. A murder! Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Does he have a mole in his head? Is that what that is? August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew. Glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death! Despair! Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Ah, yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Dun, dun, dun. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone. He's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court. Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. I don't know why I made him sound like a grizzled detective. That's okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, maybe like that, maybe? Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. I don't like that either. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading. Mum spaghetti. Oh. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant. Easy, Larry Butts. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. The victim's name. Uh-oh. He knows it. I don't know if I remember. You don't even know the victim's name? Oh my god, this is my boss. She's mad. She's mad, dude. Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check at any time, okay? Cindy. Just has her first name? Okay. Cindy Stone. A model. She lived in an apartment by herself. How did Larry Butts get with a girl like Cindy Stone? Winston Payne. Prosecution for this case. Lacks presence, generally bad at getting his point across. Chief attorney at Fay & Co. My boss, and a very good defense attorney. Wow. She's 27, runs around. Look at her go, dude. She's killing it. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Then again, she's hiring this, you know, idiot. Cinder Block? Cindy Stone. I see you, game. I see you trying to fool me. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed. Thanks for... He looks like he has to poop. Well then. First, question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it as evidence. Statue added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Please. Ooh. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Hang on, first, let's look at this thing. Statue of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Can I do anything with it? Can I inspect it further? No? Okay. We're chilling. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it do anyway? Mr. Butts, would you describe it generally as what we mean by dumped? In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it. Lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. 7:30 the day before the murder. Good to know. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income.
It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Okay. Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude.
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was.
Smart one. Dude, if this is 2021, she'd be an OnlyFans and she'd be killing it. Anyway.
Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all of the wrong directions. Should I? Stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Well. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Oh, Larry. Oh, poor sweet, gentle Larry. You sweet, gentle dum-dum. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Ugh. Have him answer honestly. That's the signal? Sick. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, I didn't see her.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery.
He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
What's up, Desmond? How are you? Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, this is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
Frank saw it. Game. I see you, game. Doing your game things.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving. Dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over here. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally,
Why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record added to the court record. Noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Question mark? Did he not go to law school? What? All right, Wright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? For one thing, he tried the phone in the apartment and said he didn't go in the apartment, so he's a liar there. Boom. You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Dude, Mia is badass. I love her. I have a crush on Mia now because she's a badass. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Whew. Okay. Time of death, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from trauma. Statue. She came in 7:30. That was 7:31 in the time of death. Okay. Electricity Miss Stone, the building was out from noon until 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Noon till 6. Time of death was between 4 and 5. When did he say... That guy said it was at 10 a.m., didn't he? What time did he say it was? I already forget now. Okay. We're going to figure this out. Did he say 1 p.m.? I should have paid more attention. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I forgot which voice I was going to do. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Sure. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. I'm impressed. What gave you the idea to do that? The door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Come up so quickly. So you looked into the apartment. What happened? I already forgot the voices I was doing. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Keeping going. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. Do I press on that? No, that seems reasonable. You see them not moving, they're probably... Let's press it. Fuck it. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. That would look fatal to anyone. Very well. What happened next? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. Press. Because he definitely went inside. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. But you said you didn't go in the apartment. Or did you? Oh, that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Oh, that was the only contradiction I was sure of. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Okay. Remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Oh, no, it was noon that the thing was out. Noon till 6, right? Doesn't that seem strange to you? Yeah, because she was dead in the night, right? (4 p.m. to 5 p.m.) You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Oh, no. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Oh. I wanted to make this animation for my flood guy. Oh. Eventually, I'm going to upgrade him. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. It's all right here. There was nobody body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. Oh, this is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit? Why were you so certain that he found the body at 1 p.m.? Why is it... I don't think this is how court works. That's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Oh, wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Oh, I'm going to cross-examine that. I'm going to cross-examine that real hard. You know what to do. I've got this one. I heard the time. You said heard, not saw. Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else. Least of all my watch. Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something. But if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all. That doesn't make sense. The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything. Yeah, I agree with the prosecution too. Come on, hey, Phoenix, come on. Witness, continue your testimony. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Are you sure it was a television, not a radio? I'm pressing because I want to get all the info I can. Might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. Ah! There was only one large television. Right. Can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Don't worry, I got you. Wait, can I present the thing? From the past? couldn't have heard a television or a video. Ha! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? I find it puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been from the shock of finding a body. Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Didn't he get hit with a statue of the thinker? You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. I'm going to press on that for fun. Just get more information. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that a table clock. A table clock? Table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Boom. Wait just a minute. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solid. Hey, I saw it there. Okay, that's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. Pardon? It appears the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Oh. I have tremendous... Yes. There's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Nerd. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed, the witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. He's a murderer. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawin. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's this meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never, look, the clock I heard, no, I mean, I saw, Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, he should burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright. Your Honor. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. It's the time difference between France or something? The sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely the clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Okay, the fact that it was off by a couple hours... No, because that was the actual time. Try sounding the clock. Why would examining the clock's batteries prove... If the clock ticks, you must acquit. I love it. Oh, man. Should we try sounding the clock? Let's try sound... If it has good batteries, then it didn't matter if there's... No, that doesn't... It's the time difference, right? Yeah, it's 3 hours. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! 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 You forgot one thing. Oh no, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like this clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing! How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. I don't know, it sure feels like I got a case over here, you know what I'm saying? What? Something to do with the passport. Did I miss something? Really? What? That's bull... Dude, that is such good... Oh, God. That was, like, excellent evidence. That is baloney, dude. There we go. Mia coming in. Let's go, Mia, with the clutch save. Yes, you can. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. It has to do with France, right? It has to. Yeah, because she was adjusting to the jet lag from France or something. Let me present it. Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here and 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Woo. Proof enough for you, Mr. Solid? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Objection!
Love it. Jabroni. He stands accused of being a jabroni. Convicted. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Santa Claus? I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Confetti. Dude, they should have confetti in courtrooms. Do they not? They should. And with that, this court is adjourned. Crushed it, dude. So good at lawyering. It turns out that Frank Sod was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see what people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sod let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sod grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. I always do my burgling, by the way, in a maroon plum shade suit. It's the best way to do it. Still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. Never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait. No, wait. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Oh, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts. Innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat? Oh, no, I couldn't. I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. That's a weird memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? The fact that she brought the clock with him. What about the clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. It wasn't the murder weapon, it was the copy of the murder weapon, because they each had one. It was cute, but it's a weird thing to give to the attorney. Anyway. Usually you just give them money, I think. That's how it... Generally, they prefer money for their services in court. I could be mistaken. Again, I'm not a lawyer. What do I know? Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Evidence? Apparently it's important. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. It's fulfilled as my heart. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Thank you, Miyagi. Because like Mr. Miyagi. Oh, it's a dumb joke. Miyagi. I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? I guess so. How about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. When we go for drinks! Never give up. Never surrender. Cobra Kai, never die. Dude, I think my boss is hitting on me. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep." By Grabthar's hammer. What a savings. You think I should hit on my boss? I would like, I mean, yeah, I'm just thinking, you know, in the workplace, is this appropriate? That's all I'm saying. I don't know. The end. Chapter 1 of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I definitely feel like a better attorney than I was, I don't know, an hour and 22 minutes ago. I feel like I'm more schooled and learned in the law. I'm going to go use the little flood zoom, though. Be right back. Shall we do another chapter? Should we do another chapter? Mia's super hot, dude. Has her own law firm. Super smart. Super attractive. She's awesome, dude. I love her. Anyway, be right back. Gotta use a little flood zoom. I'm telling you.